My name is Gabi Hansen and I'm a beekeeper. I'm going to walk you through the life cycle of Apis mellifera, or as it's commonly known, the European honeybee. A typical honeybee colony has one queen, hundreds of male drones, and 20 to 80,000 female worker bees. The mated queen bee will lay around 2,000 eggs a day. It's from here that a bee's life is determined. If the egg is fertilized, then it will become a worker or a queen bee, but if it's an unfertilized egg, it will become a drone. Drones are the males and are easily distinguishable by their large bodies, eyes that are set at the top of their head, and lack of a stinger, which makes them easy to hold without fear of being stung. The drone's only job is to mate with a queen. Because they are a drain on resources, drones are kicked out of the colony when the weather becomes cold. Worker bees hatch 3 days after their egg is laid. This is when they enter the larvae stage. Then over the next 3 days, they are fed worker jelly, which is a mixture of fluids produced by a worker bee's hypopharyngeal food glands and mandibular glands. During this stage, fat bodies are built up and they store lipids, glycogen, amino acids, and mitochondria bodies. After about 9 days, the larvae stage ends and the brood cells are capped with wax and the pupae stage begins. The pupa draws from those fat stores to form wings, legs, abdomen, and other distinguishing bee parts. After about 20 days, the pupa chews through the capped cell and emerges. Once fully out of the brood cell, the bee starts with their roles in the hive. A worker bee that is 1 to 2 days old would be cleaning hive cells and keeping the brood warm. At 3 to 11 days old, they would be feeding the larvae. At 12 to 17 days old, they would be producing wax, carrying food, and building comb, and at 18 to 21 days old, they would be guarding the hive entrance. After 22 days old, they would get to go out and start foraging until they die. Worker bees and drones only live about 3 weeks. Younger bees have a brighter, fuzzier appearance than the older bees. A queen bee can live up to 3 years. Her egg is laid in a special cell in the hive called a queen cell, and during its larvae stage, queens are fed royal jelly, which helps the queen larvae activate the production of hormones and proteins specific to creating the anatomy of a queen bee. Once the queen emerges, she is known as a virgin queen and must kill other queens that also might be emerging. Then, after 6 days, she will leave on a mating flight. Queens can be distinguished by their elongated abdomen. The queen is also usually surrounded by a court of worker bees taking care of her. By knowing the different stages of life and observing the bees, I can assess the overall health of the colony. During a hive inspection, I check for eggs and larvae development, and I watch the workers and drones. But my favorite thing to do during a hive inspection is to find the queen. Can you find her?